Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. This is going to be a faceless desk view live stream. It's just a journal with me. And yeah, I'm just going to be journaling. And some journaling, some light chatting, just to have someone to hang out with if you want to get something done on your own in your own space. Let me just check the audio to make sure that I am actually not muted. And I'm not muted, so congratulations to me. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Thanks for joining me, everyone. And yeah, let's just talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing. But essentially, what I'm going to be doing is I have gone through, so I've been using the planner for about a month now because I got it in February, so I started off behind. Um, and I have February done now up to the 8th, which I wanted to print a sticker for. I wanted a Bonito Bowl sticker, so I did that. And then essentially what I've done is I've stuck some stickers in here for uh, all the various pages I have left based on like what I want to journal about because I've learned now that I really like to have some like stickers and things to journal around to kind of break it up and to have visual representations of prompts and things. All right, so what I've got here is for the 8th, we're going to do Bonito Bowl, and for the 9th, we're going to talk about having bear sex in Baldur's Gate 3 because, I like a mix of of various topics in here. This is just my little kind of sticker bin. Okay. I'm just moving a chair if you hear me making noise. Um, so the thing that I've started doing that I really like is making a little title out of, if you have, this is a Hobonichi Cousin A5, and there, right here is like the hours in the day. Okay, so there's like a little section with hours, so you can write like what you're doing hour by hour in the planner. And what I've started doing is covering that little section with these paint pens. And these are acrylic paint markers. And what's great about them is you can see that they do not show through very much to the other side. This is all about the various scandals at the Olympics this year. So what I like to do is then I can write over them with this Pilot pen brush tip marker, and that gives me nice titles that I can that also don't show through to the other side because the paint blocks the black marker. So you can see here, even though I have quite heavy black marker right there, it's not like showing through to the other side. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you're very welcome to join me. Let me know what you're reading or writing or what have you. All right, so I'm going to do a more detailed spread on the Bonito Bowl up here in this front section where I have like these media spreads, like this one for Heated Rivalry. I'm going to do one of those for Bonito Bowl. And actually, what I have written here on these Post-its are when I have ideas for things that I want to make spreads for, I'm writing them down because, making the stickers for these spreads is like quite a bit of work, time, and attention. So it's not something you're going to necessarily sit down to do like or at least I'm not on a Tuesday. All right. So I'm going to use um, from the Rytech vacation set. So this is from Rytech or Rytech probably. The Vacation Colors gel pens. I'm going to be using these two, the orange and the darker pink, for the Bonito Bowl, and I'm going to write about two different things. So one of my notes is that I wanted to write about, like, I just wanted to write about the cultural phenomenon and, you know, the reactions, the various reactions, positive and negative, that sort of thing. And then I also want to write about cultural disconnection and cultural separation, and how that's a thing that like a lot of people living in the United States feel just because of how the country came to be. So those are the two things I want to talk about or meditate on or think about. And then in the larger spread, I'm going to talk about all the various symbols and songs and things that were in the halftime show itself, like actually describe the halftime show and find some pictures and things like that. So this will just be more general. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. All right. So I hope you're all having a good time. And you have a chill evening ahead. All right. All right. All right. And sometimes my hand kind of rubs on the stickers that I place, and I don't necessarily like that. So I'm going to just cover it with a piece of paper, and then that way my hand won't drag across the texture of the sticker. Oh my God. Hi, Steph. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Yeah, look at our bear boy. It's Daddy. Daddy's home. Daddy's here. You're crunching. Crunching away. Love a Cheeto. Love a Cheeto. I'm okay. I'm just doing a little journal writing. That's really all this is. I'm just writing in my journal. And I encourage you to write in your journal or whatever chill activity you want to do. We're just kind of like hanging out, you know, like each working on our own crafts. Hi, Jenny. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Did a little gardening before I came in here, which may have been a mistake. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Let me get my pencil board. I want to make another pencil board because I want to have more than one, basically. All right. So basically, I finished making all the rest of the stickers for February. So I'm going to fill in all my gaps. Um, so I only have writing left if I want to finish off February, which is nice. And I'm just covering up the sticker because I just don't like the feeling of the texture of the sticker rubbing on my hand while I'm writing. So that's the only reason why it's covered up. So at some point, Halson will get covered up for the same reason. So I have the first through the seventh done. So now I'm working on the eighth, which was Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm talking about the Bonito Bowl, and I'm going to talk about it twice in the album because I'm going to talk about it here. I'm going to talk about like the reactions to it and like that, both positive and negative. And then I'm also going to talk about um, cultural like separation and disconnection in like North America, um, and you know how that's like a thing that I think affects a lot of people because of how the country came to be, basically. And then when I'm gonna put over here in this section where I do detailed like deep dives on media, I'm gonna do a detailed description of the show itself and the various like symbols and the representation and the songs and things like that. So just in like a lot more detail. So this is just kind of more general. So what are y'all up to? Steph's crunching on Cheetos. What are you doing, Jenny? Have you had dinner yet? It's kind of early still for you, I guess. Once I get done writing about the Bonito Bowl, then I have to write about all the sex Wilfred's been having. So it'll be quite the pivot, quite the topic pivot, because he really has been enjoying himself since he ended his relationship with Asterion. I wish I wrote more quickly, but maybe as I do it more, I'll get faster. I'm like in the zone, so I don't feel like I have a lot to say. Oh my gosh. My chat is messed up, friends. I haven't seen any chats. You've been chatting away and I've just not seen any of it. So let me try this again. Actually, sorry. I don't know why that was the thing, but anyway, okay. So let's see. Steph is setting up the switch. Jenny says, "Oh, so it's in the house." No, not that kind of gardening, the other kind of gardening, you know. The ones with vitamins T, H, and C. Um, Jared says, "Look, I've decided I'm just gonna do it. That's how it is. No use dilly-dallying." Yeah, yeah. Jenny has not eaten dinner yet. Just finished up my rambling thoughts in my journal and cleaning up my desk. Probably eat in half an hour. Yeah, what's for dinner? A year to get my palm. Yeah, there were four sexy scenes. I'm gonna have to journal about four different sexy scenes with four different because there was a Asterion, the Emperor, Missoura, and Halsin. Thankfully, the foursome with the twins was another night. So, chicken mung bean noodle soup. Yeah, sounds delicious. Oh, this might be controversial, but the milk brand upsets me. Straight up murky water. I don't like that it's called milk because that's too close to chalk. Mock. We should call it mock, like chalk. And because it's mock milk. Okay, Steph's gonna make a bean salad for dinner because she already had pizza and wings for lunch as a treat after procedure and wants something a little healthier. Right. Yeah, chalk, the mock. We're gonna call it mock now. So it's mock, and mock milk is bad. Bean salad is yum. The mouthfeel of mock is so ew. Oh yeah, this is one of Wilfred's love interests from the the builds or from the builds from the Monday night Baldur's Gate stuff. Sorry, I was reading Jenny's comment and trying to talk at the same time. Dad is watching Pocopia starter builds, and I know he's still in the starter section. He's gonna be shocked how big this game is. I'm glad you saw each other's chats. Consumption gardening, yeah. Yeah. The time change really has been heinous. It's been heinous. Yeah. Yeah. The liquid diet, yeah. You haven't had enough energy for your brains. Yeah. Okay. So, Shalay, are you getting ready for bed? Or are you gonna journal and hang out, or what you up to? I saw that you're taking a break from Soldier Sun, and once again, you are and I are in alignment because Ashley was gonna post in there um this evening that, oh my God, are you blocked? Can you see her at all? You're not blocked. I see you. Oh, because she said titty, probably. That is probably why. I think because, yeah, because of Halson's titties. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's like a Carl situation. It's a Carl situation. Um, yeah. I was gonna post that I think I need to take a break from it um, because it's so dark compared to her other stuff, and I just don't know that I like um I don't know if I can do it right now. But also because I want to try and read Red Winter when everyone else is reading it, and that's the main reason. So the main reason is I want to start Red Winter so I can just read that while everyone is still hyped up for it. Yeah. It's even darker. It's even darker stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she's way sicker than we thought. Okay. Yeah. This one's darker. I think, I mean, it's like yeah, and then I guess Jenny didn't you went on Reddit, right? And they were like it doesn't get better. Right? Like it just stays sad the whole time. Is that what they said? Ugh. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because by chapter 4, like it's it's oh God. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna read Red Winter too. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause it and go to Red Winter. I think it's good. Like I think the book is, of course, her writing is good, and that's what also makes the subject matter worse, right? Because her writing is so good, you know? So, but I am reading again, so at least like my brain is working, and I was like, if her book had been less sad from the because this is the very beginning, you know. That's the other thing. Like he's still a kid. This is the beginning. So I know it's only like gonna get worse. Okay, so Reddit says super depressing, worse than the last trilogy. Well, that's worse than the last trilogy. Robin, why? Yeah, that's the March book club pick for the Witchwood is Red Winter. Hanan campaigned for it and is not reading it, which I find to be very funny. So Hanan campaigned hard. She said, "This is my Vanishing Birds 2.0. Got people to change their votes so it would win, and then didn't read it." I think that's why Hanan's not reading it. To be fair, um, but yeah, we have to learn to ignore her. But everyone that's read it has enjoyed it. I don't think anyone hasn't liked it, so I'm hopeful. It sounds like a darker Kill the Beast, which I really enjoyed. I do enjoy French werewolf books. Um, I have in the past. So I think I'll enjoy it. Like it was it was a book that was actually on my radar before it came out, which almost never before March Arts. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Steph's 9 chapters in and enjoying it. So Jenny, fair, fair, fair. More than fair. More than fair. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like writing that is witty and queer. So Jenny's ancestors are like it's not French. But it's I think it's based in France, but it's not like I don't think it was written in French, you know. Yeah, I think it's based on, there's like the Beast of, is it Jovadan or something like that? It's one of the first werewolf stories. Um, so what's COG? Something of glass? Crown of glass? Um, the acronyms continue to be great. Yeah. Yeah, there's the I think the first piece of fiction ever written by a woman and published was a werewolf tale written in French and English as well. So, City of Glass. Hmm. No. Okay. I almost wrote Risk Averse NFL. Aiden's book. Yeah. Great. Aiden's book. Okay. What do I want the title of this to be? So when I need to make my writing fit in a specific size space, I'll like sketch it out a little bit to see. So I just do my normal handwriting, maybe a little compacted, it'll fit. So, and then what I'm gonna do is all right, so now I've got my title written in pen, and now I can go over with the marker and thicken up the lines a little bit. And because I'm writing over paint, it's not going to bleed through to the other side. Sarah has a switch too. Jenny has a switch too. Shalay, what are we going to do? Do we have to get switches as well? You want to pick up a fun romantasy? Do you have your eye on any fun romantasies? Oops. I do this all the time. I do not wait for the marker to dry long enough. Now that no, don't pick up Hurricane Wars, or no, don't get switches. All right. Oh, no Hurricane Wars. No, okay. No one's allowed to read Hurricane Wars. No, this morning. Wow. No Hurricane Wars allowed. Oh, just because the Switch 2 is out. And Jenny and Steph both got access to Switch 2s through household members. So now I'm just out in the cold with my regular Switch. But yeah, I actually don't have my eye on any games, so I don't particularly want to Switch 2 at the moment. Hmm. I hate having to use my brains to write things. Whose idea was it to do this stream? Okay, so because I cannot stop messing up this ink, I'm gonna. I actually am not gonna look at any Pocopia anything because it's what it's what seems to be the main reason why everyone's getting switches. So I feel like watching the Pocopia trailer is like the beginning of the end for not having a Switch 2. Okay, so yeah, Jenny Switch 2 was sponsored by the brother. No to Hurricane Wars. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm avoiding. I've got to avoid it. I've got to avoid it. Yeah, this is a concern, I guess. The crash out. Yeah. The red rice. Oh man. Watch Jenny give it 5 stars. New fave. New fave. Mhm. Mhm. Aww. the laugh. Oh no, you just were cackling directly at her. That makes it worse. Man, I was so nice. I was so nice. The most scared of Dagger Mouth. From what I heard of Dagger Mouth, um, I don't anticipate that one being a surprise 5 star, Jenny. I don't. I know I read a bunch of uh, quotes and clips and things from Dagger Mouth, but I don't like feel like I ever understood what was going on. It seemed like there was some kind of like thief guild slash resistance or something. Maybe. Is it a why choose or is it just like a regular love triangle? Or is it a love triangle at all? Let me read the Daggermouth synopsis. Sure, that will tell me all I need to know. Because fantasy synopses always make a ton of sense. The first thing you learn in Newfound Haven is that mercy doesn't exist. The second thing is that from the highest class atrium in the heart to the windowless slums of the boundary, the Veira are always watching. That last lesson is the hardest, but you must remember it. Love outside of your ring is a death sentence. The city is carved into rings of privilege and poverty, ruled by the masked elite who will do whatever it takes to hold on to power. Obedience is demanded, rebellion is crushed. Grayson Serrell has spent his life caught between two worlds. Publicly, he's the flawless heir to the presidency. Privately, he's entangled in secrets that could topple the regime. But when he's forced into a political marriage meant to bind him tighter to the government's brutal laws, he finds himself shackled to a bride as lethal as she is unwilling. Shadera Kale is a mercenary raised to kill, not to wed. Yet when her bullet misses its mark, survival leaves her tied to the very man she was sent to eliminate. Trapped inside the corrupt heart of the city, she becomes both prisoner and wife, every step watched, every move tested. Their union is no love story, it's a battlefield. As secrets come to light and betrayals fester within the walls of power, Grayson and Shadera must decide between annihilating each other, it's a very strong word, or burning the city to the ground together. In a world where passion has consequences and loyalty is paid for in blood, their forced bond may be the spark that ignites a revolution or the fire that consumes them both. Jenny, I think you're going to be in for a treat. In for a treat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting the chats again. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Oh well. It's the end of the world. Yeah. Yeah. I am, yeah. I mean, congrats. I think everyone should get a seven-figure book deal if they can. Support everyone getting a seven-figure book deal. No triangle. We're all living we're all living in dystopian relationships. I guess that's true because we are in the dystopia, you know? We are. We're all in dystopian urban paranormal romances. Can I get a vampire to take me out? That would be great. Yeah. Yeah. They can't get me again. Feels like an op. The bread baking. It's a flag to the window to the wall. The first chapter of Daggermouth. Oh, sad, 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 sad. Okay. Yeah. What's that? Gabriel Garcia Marquez book, Love in the Time of Cholera. What's our equivalent? So, um, What? Love in the time of the panini. Yeah, I never tried Silver Elite either. A man with a interesting, interesting. Steph hates fun and the illogical. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Steph's like, I hate having fun. Maybe I should change my pick. Are you gonna change it to Silver Elite? Rand, please be quiet. No. Oh. I'm very sorry, Jenny. Maybe it would be better than Dagger Mouth. Maybe it would help. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Wow. Steph says no. No, your picks are locked in. Wrote it in a notebook in ink. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Write it on another page. Just the one section. It's the limits of the paper. What can Jenny do? Hands are tied, you know? Hands are tied. Not this. Oh my gosh. It's the Chalet and Friends episode of my friends pick my TBR. When I finished my current read, I think I'm gonna read Which You Would. This is the synopsis. When a young witch gets a life-changing chance to compete in a magical reality show, sparks fly as she's partnered with a man she can't stand. In a Miami where enchantment is just another college major, the magic of television could change two lives. Penelope Del Mar, a broke salesgirl, has been chosen to compete on Cast Judgment, a spellcasting reality show. The winner gets a big cash prize, and for extra hype, this season is the Celebrity Edition. Every contestant will be paired with a celebrity teammate. Unfortunately, her partner, Leandro Presto, is best last name never mind, is best known for his goofy viral spell videos, not his skills. Gil Contreras, alias Leandro Presto, has been crushing on his pen pal Penelope for months. Now they're working together to win a contest that could save his grandfather's charity, except he has to stay in character the whole time so his dream girl thinks he's a total loser. Can they beat snobby rivals, fix spells gone wrong, and survive increasingly dangerous sabotage attempts to win the grand prize and each other's hearts, or will Gil's secret make both their magic and romance fizzle out? Tropes, fake dating, secret admirers, enemies to lovers, mistaken identity, grumpy sunshine. I love a two-person love triangle, and I love a book set in Miami. So I really feel like this is going to be a hit for me. This is going to be a hit for me. Yeah. Which You Would by Leah Amador. Exactly. Exactly. All right. I need to get my hate notebook out. My hate notebook helps me keep my hand propped up when I get towards the bottom of the notebook. So, Yeah, I just can't. I don't like it when I feel like I'm falling off the notebook. So I have to have a little stunt notebook nearby at all times. It's also nice that my hate is supporting me, through it all. Just gonna remind myself where the line is so I don't make a mistake. So this stays in a perfect column. Ooh, the night in the moth. Egg roll wrappers around string cheese sticks to make mozzarella sticks. Ooh, that would make them nice and crispy. Oh, so you softy enough Night in the Moth, Jenny? It was like not the book, it was you. That happens to me quite a lot. Gosh. So now it's like mutually assured destruction. Is that it? Like if Steph reads Hurricane Wars, you're reading Night in the Moth. Isn't it friendship wonderful? Okay. I just have to write two more sentences. Get it together. Brain. Maybe like if you're gonna sit down and like do a night of journaling where you want to get several pages journal, don't garden beforehand is all I can say. Or like pick your plants with more care than I did this evening. The audiobook and your mood at the time, but the world and magic system were cool. Oh. Yeah, lifting all that dirt does make your arms tired. It's true. Sometimes you need to use lighter plants, so that your arms don't get as tired. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I got a page down. It got very smeared, but you know, it's good. So what we'll do is we'll do the title. Well, maybe we'll do it now. Gosh, what's the title of this page about all the people Wilfred had sex with? What would be funny? Dalliance with Wilfred. I was thinking Wilfred does everyone. Yours was definitely cuter and nicer, Jenny. Just realized that the word dalliances is alliances just with a D. I wonder what that D means, like in etymology. Okay, it has a totally, they're not related, I don't think. So it says that dalliance derives from Old French dallier, which means to chat. It's literally just chatting. It's just chatting. Wilfred's just chatting. Maybe I'll say chatting with Wilfred. All right. Pocopia is downloading. Oh my gosh. Will it be Stardew? Okay. $70. Oh, Nintendo. Okay, so I'm gonna just put that there to cover that. So hopefully I won't smear it this time, and then I'll do this section first. Okay. Okay, so Steph is gonna play the game of the year. I hope it is like really, really good and that you love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Yeah, it's the sneaking parts that are really scary to me. And like basically as soon as I hide, I don't come back out. So like I think Evil Within, I like hid in a locker in the very beginning and I like literally could not make myself leave the locker and my character is still there to this day. What games do y'all play? $20 more for 4K. Oof. Oh, you're restarting Breath of the Wild. Fun, 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 fun. It's just it's hard to remember, you know. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, we really haven't gathered in a while on the video chatting channel, video game chatting channel. So, all right. Sorry, everyone. Halson has to go undercover. Daddy's going to bed. Yeah, it's a service. It's a service that you're doing. Wait, is Breath of the Wild co-op, or are you each gonna play your own Breath of the Wild and just chit chat? Either way is so fun. But if you are each playing your own and you're chit chatting, are you gonna try and stay together and do the same stuff in the game, or are you just gonna do your own thing? Like how difficult are you making this? Playing your own and chit chatting. Okay. hmm Try and stay on the same main missions. Okay. Look at that. It still works. So Jenny won't even have to use her mod powers. Now that Asterion and Wilfred are on a break due to Asterion being evil and not in a fun way. Yeah, it's definitely not a break. Yeah, it's definitely not a break. They're definitely enemies for life. Yeah, yeah, they're definitely enemies for life. Yeah. No, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's not. No. It's true. I do remember when I did that. I do remember doing that. I do. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if Lae'zel wasn't kidnapped, if she also would have tried to have sex with Wilfred on the day every single person in the game tried to have sex with Wilfred. My chat disconnected. Okay. What the heck? What the heckity heck? Yeah, I do think it's possible that Sharp might have. And I thought possibly Lae'zel as well, since Lae'zel's big objection to him was that he was too experienced, which was hilarious because he was like not experienced at all. But yeah. But unfortunately, one of them got killed and the other one got kidnapped. So that's awkward. R.I.P. R.I.P. Wilfred took her out before she became an ex. Can I resurrect her? I feel like I killed her pretty thoroughly. So, Okay. All right. Yeah, the time change has been brutal. I hope you enjoy your reading and have a wonderful, wonderful sleep. No resurrection? Okay. Bummer. Bummer. Flatline deaths are gone, gone. Okay. Have a good night. Okay. You have fun, Jenny. Have fun. Oh my gosh, everyone's gonna be playing cute games on their Switch 2s that they didn't have to pay for. It's a magical feeling. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I have you heard the theory that younger siblings get better at fighting games like Street Fighter because it's the only way to guarantee controller time? Like they have a greater incentive to be good at games like Street Fighter. Um, and so younger siblings tend to be better at fighting games than older ones. Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, yeah. See, Jenny's better at Smash Brothers. Jenny's better at. Jenny, did you say you're better at the at Mario Kart or something like that? Steph's better at Street Fighter. Yeah. I like to get the job done. But yeah, yeah, just something like that. The younger siblings have more of an incentive to get good at the fighter games because you have to. The next person in line plays the winner, so you want to be the winner when you're younger because otherwise. I just put the post-it there so that I know when I need to start paying attention to how I want to phrase my last thought. So that gives me one more row once I see it. Yeah. Yeah. See? See? Oh my God, Yoshi! Yoshi, hi! Can I put you on the desk? Will you let me? So people can see you? Oh my God, everyone. Let me see if I can get him to come say hi. Yosh! Yeah. You sad? You making chirps? I know. You want me to go downstairs? That's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna pick you up, bud, but it's gonna be all right. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it, but it's okay. Here you can go. There you go. Oh my God, Yoshi! It's your first desk visit, Yoshi. Look at him, Yoshi. Your game is coming out soon. Yes. Oh, oh my gosh! Look at him. Look at how fluff. Look at how fluff. Oh, look at that face. Oh my gosh. Hi, Rose. Hi, Yoshi. Hi, baby. Look at my little precious baby. Yoshi, you're so beautiful. Yeah. Yoshi. He said, what were you doing upstairs? He's like, we're not normally upstairs at this time. He's like, let me scent mark everything on your desk. He's never been on my desk before, so nothing on the desk smells like him. All right, let me see if I can get him to look up at you. No, he's not gonna because he's, oh, 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 oh. And his fur is so silky. He's very silky fur. And he doesn't get pet aggression. So you can pet him as much as you want. Right, Yoshi? Yes. Yeah, Yoshi needs a little journal for all his thoughts. You can talk about how much he loves his friend Jasper and how Kitty is a big old bee. Yeah. Yoshi. You can see his little hairy toe, right? Yoshi, you need a journal. Yeah, you need a journal, bud. Are you going to lie down? Oh, okay, you're settling in. Oh, and he put his little paw on me. Yeah. He's got He's got his head and his paw hanging out the edge of the desk so he can make biscuits on my leg. Oh, there's his precious face. Yeah. He said, I think journal time is over, guys. That's what Yoshi says. Yoshi. No. Look at his face. Can you believe how nice he is? Can you believe how nice and sweet he is? Look at his face. Oh, baby. Oh, baby Yoshi. Look at his hairy toes. He says, don't touch my hairy toes. Don't touch my hairy toes. Aww. This is now a pet a cat with me stream, I think. Oh, and he has such a pink nose. Like, his nose is so pink and cute. Oh, yeah. You're so happy here, aren't you, Yosh? Aren't you? You're so happy. That makes me happy, buddy. That does. That does. That makes me happy. Yeah. Yeah. No, Yoshi. His hairy toes are so cute. It makes me want to cry. Yeah. You can't see it because it's off camera, but he has this paw on my stomach so that he's got a paw on me. But yeah, Yoshi said he'll just lay in a lap, you know? He's like a lap cat. He just wants to lay in a lap and get pets. That's it. That's what Yoshi wants. He wants you to rub his cheeks and under his chin. He loves under the chin. Loves it, loves it, loves it. Yeah. He has. Oh, all right, Yosh. You want to get down? You want to try? You want to try this? Kitty will never get on this, but you can if you want to. You want to try this? He's like, no, I just want you to keep petting me. If you wouldn't mind. If you wouldn't mind continuing to pet me, I would appreciate it. All right. You want to stay up here? Or you want to get down, bud? What's the plan? Stay. Okay. All right. He said, let me just get some more pets. Yeah. You need more pets? You need more pets? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, Yosh. Nope, you're okay. Well, everyone, he's really just getting more comfortable. Oh. You knew what the people wanted to see, didn't you? You knew they would rather see a cute cat than someone writing. Okay, you're right. I do have two hands that could be petting you. No, you're correct. He said it's a cat stream. Yeah. Is she kitty out there? You're watering and making leaves? Look at you. Hey, okay. Yeah, bud. Yeah. Steph also gardening. Lots of gardening this evening. Yeah, so basically Yoshi is chill at this point. He'll go anywhere in the house he wants to go. He'll sit in laps. He begs for food. He's very interested in people food. Now that he's no longer shy at all, he's been very interested in people food, especially bacon, right, Yoshi? And fried chicken, right? Those are the things you're most interested in. We're still working on Jasper. Kitty's more reactive with Jasper for a couple reasons. One, Yoshi, she can tell he doesn't care about her. He's just gonna do what he's gonna do and he's gonna ignore her. She's figured that out. So once she realized that Yoshi was just like not that interested, she hasn't really paid that much attention to him. But Jasper does react to her because Jasper's a little scared of her. And that's just because Jasper's a little bit more shy, and Kitty's more scared of Jasper because so Yoshi, he weighs about the same amount as Kitty. He just looks like he's twice as big because of his coat, but he's not really like twice as big as she is. He's like a little bit longer, but they're about the same weight underneath. But he's 20 pounds. He's big. He's a big cat. Even if he was like the weight the vet wanted him to be, he would be bigger than Kitty and Yoshi as well. And Kitty's never been not the biggest cat. I think that's part of what's going on with her, right? She's always been the biggest cat, and in the wild, cat hierarchy is at least partially determined by size. So I think she's just feeling a little insecure. And because he's the biggest, I think Jasper she sees as the bigger threat. And then because he does react to her, they can spiral each other up. But you pay attention to what's going on, don't you, Yosh? You make sure she doesn't do anything too crazy to your brother. You're such a nice baby. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I mean, just look at these toes. Yeah, I touched your toe hair. I'm sorry. But it's so cute. Do you expect me not to? That would be unfair of you. Yeah? You making biscuits? Yeah. We just got to get Jasper coming up to say hi to everyone so everyone can meet Jasper. Jasper likes being in the office, but he won't come up unless I bring him up. He's still a little concerned, but if I bring him up, he'll come with me and he enjoys being in the office. He's one of the few cats that actually sits on the cat chair that I put in here for cats. And he's the only cat who's ever used the office cat toy. So you're gonna scent mark the pens? One more time? Okay. You got it good enough? All right. How about this? I want Jasper to be part of game streams, but I think he's not quite ready for them because he's still kind of reactive. So like if I were to like scream or yelp, or that would scare him. So I think he needs to get a little bit more confident, and then he can be part of the game streams. But I think he'll be a good part of the game streams. So, oh, Yoshi. Yeah, Jasper's just he is shy. So I think he needs maybe like another week, maybe two, and then I think he'll be good to go. But I think we might be able to have one this weekend. I actually think things are probably normal enough that I could have. Basically, the issue is I can't have, because there have been some interactions that have been negative that I've needed to like step in and handle, and those mostly are at night. I can't be totally like engaged with something like that I can't kind of just stop after everyone else has gone to bed, basically, which is when those streams are. So that's really what it is, isn't it, Yosh? Yeah. You sent marking the journal? Yeah. That's your journal, huh? But but yeah, I think we're close. I think we're close. So yeah, at night I spend a lot of time in the room where Jasper goes when he feels insecure, just to give him pets and try to encourage him to play and things like that. Okay. Have you ever seen a more perfect baby than this cat with his hairy toes and his long, silky fur? No, no one's ever seen a more perfect baby than you. You say, yeah, pet me more. Pet me more, you guys. Pet me more. Jenny, Momo, I can't imagine. Does Momo get jealous? Or would he love it if you had a cat? Jenny, I know Jenny you would love a cat. You would love a cat. He does get a little jealous, but he loved having Kai around, so he would get used to it. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, this is my dream, is I want Jasper to be part of game streams. And then if I can get Jasper to be part of game streams, I want to get him like a cute little I want to replace the chair with like an actual cat tree, and I want it to be I was thinking a mushroom, like a toadstool like in Mario. Maybe just something game related, I think would be really cute if I could find something game related for a little cat tree for him to be on so that he can be like right next to me at my like same height so I can put like an arm out and he can be on camera. That's all I want, you know. That's all I want. Yeah. And Jasper loves to be in a cat tree. He does love to be in a cat tree. So I feel like he would use it unlike all the other cats that I've ever tried to get involved with streaming. Although obviously Yoshi is fine with streaming as long as it's a petting Yoshi stream. All right, you ready to go? I put this stool out for you so you can hop down. Mwah. Oh, thank you for the boops. Thank you for the kisses. All right, you don't want to jump. No, you're just, okay, you're just switching sides. That's cool. That's cool, bud. That's cool. Yeah, it is tough if you don't have someone like with my sister, it's easy because the boys have lived here before. Although we're gonna have to figure out how to introduce Marcel and Shredder to Yoshi and Jasper once Yoshi and Jasper are feeling totally secure and are living in harmony with Kitty. Then we're gonna have to figure out how to introduce them to the other two boys in like controlled circumstances, so that if the boys need to spend time over here, they don't have to be in isolation. Hey, you just taking over the whole desk, huh? You are. See, wouldn't this be cute? Or this would be so cute. A Yoshi and Shredder collab. I need Yoshi and Shredder to love each other. It's very important to me that that happen. My little Yoshi. Okay, Yoshi, if I open this book and write a little bit, will that bother you? Is it okay if I do that? Yeah? Okay, I'm just going to turn this so it's out of your way. Perfect. So yeah, so we have to figure out how to introduce them. And what I can't figure out is if I think it's probably best to do it here so Yoshi and Jasper will feel secure and so that none of the cats will be in a place they haven't been in before. Because I did consider having Yoshi and Jasper spend time at my sister's house, but that's a new place and I don't want to scare them. And so I think it's best if it's here. So, and then sometimes I'll have 5 cats, which is like amazing. Amazing. Okay, Yoshi. Okay, let's see. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna bite the pen? What you looking at? Kitty? You out there? Kitty? You wanna hop down? You can hop down. No, you wanna lie on Halson. Okay. He said, I saw you try to do something else and pet me at the same time. And that will not be allowed. That will not be allowed. So yeah, once Yoshi and Jasper are all settled in or whatever, and they're feeling totally cool, and like they have the whole run of the space, and they're not getting in little fights with Kitty, then we'll have to invite Shredder and Marcel over so that you can meet them. That's the Yoshi. That's the Yoshi. Yeah. Okay, you don't have to pay attention to what my hand is doing. You can pay attention to what he said, "Stop it. Stop writing. Stop writing." All right. You said no more writing, huh? No journals. No journals. Yeah, no journals. Okay, don't worry. I'm just holding the pen. I'm not writing. Yes, you're so cute. You're so cute. Yoshi, I just have a few more sentences. If you let me finish this, then we'll go downstairs. I'll end the stream and we can go downstairs, okay? Can I finish these few sentences? Is that okay? His little precious face with his tiny pink nose. Yes. Show us your little precious face with your tiny pink nose. You're so cute. I love you. Yeah, I do. Okay. I think he's really resting now. I just need it to be a little closer to me, but you can put your tail on top of it. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all. Is there anything like journaling and petting a cat at the same time? Because I've not done that before, but okay. I see. I see. I see. Yoshi has opinions about petting a cat and journaling at the same time. Yoshi. He said, undivided attention, please. Undivided attention. Hey, imagine you're a cat and like someone brings you to my house. You know? I'd love to be a cat too. Adventures would be had for sure. He's making biscuits on my pen. Yoshi's a major biscuit maker. He loves making a biscuit. Jasper also enjoys making a biscuit. Jasper's very into being held in your arms with him on his back like he's a baby, and then he makes biscuits in the air above his chest, and it's adorable. But Yoshi will make a biscuit on anything. Yeah, that's it. That's the air conditioner. Yoshi should meet Jared. They would make so many biscuits together. You're so right. What if this year we all got to the level of being as unbothered as cats are? Honestly, we should make that a goal. We should. Do you want to meet Jared? Jared also makes biscuits. Jared is a baker with a beard. I don't know what your opinion on beards is. We'll have to find out. He's so committed to no journaling happening that he's got the pen in one of his paws, which is like fisted around it in biscuit mode. He's got his body laying on the journal, and he's now pinning my arm to the journal with his chin. He said, "We can just stay like this. We don't need to journal, you know?" You know who I think you would also really love is Goose. I don't think you and Fitzy would get along any better than you and Kitty because Fitzy and Kitty have a lot in common, but you and Goose would have a great time. And Olive, maybe. You know, Olive's a wild card these days. But Yoshi loves to take a tiny mouse toy and throw it up in the air and catch it, and throw it up in the air and catch it. That's kind of how he plays. That's what he likes. Yeah, Grill Master Goose. What vibe are you going to bring to the function, Yosh? If Goose is operating the grill, what do you think you're going to do? Well, you're going to make the biscuits. I forgot. I'm sorry. You're right. No, you're making the biscuits. You're right. No, that makes sense. Yeah, they would have the time of their lives. You would have the time of your lives. And then look, he has this one really stripy leg where the stripes are really visible. He said, "Don't touch my stripy leg." I've given him his first brush and it went totally fine. He let me do it and he even seemed to like it. I've never had a cat that I had to brush every week before. So you and I are going to have to work to stay on top of that together, Yoshi. Yeah. Yeah. Well, to not fall behind in my journal, I have to do 2 pages a day, and I did another page this morning. So I've done over 2 pages today, and once Yoshi lets me finish this page, I'll have done 3. But I don't get the impression that he's gonna be done with me anytime soon. So should we just keep having cat desk time, or should we... Oh, what do you see? You see something in the hallway? You want to go check it out? Yeah, I think Alright. Hi, bud. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and finish. Whoa. Okay. Here. Okay, I think he may just let me finish. All right. Hi, buddy. Oh, oh my gosh. Can you be so cute again? You're so cute. All right, we did it, Yoshi. We did it. We finished our page. All right. I know you're so excited that we finished our page. Oh, okay. So we got a spread done. So I'm now done in February from the 1st through the 9th. And then I need to do the 10th next. But then I have another pretty good run. And then I have to talk about Evil Asterion and what a bummer he is. I did my Lunar New Year spread. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm going to talk about Bailey Asterion, how much I hate my work, how my sister and I had this day where we wanted to have a slumber party, but because like I'm an extreme night owl and she's an extreme morning lark, we can't really have slumber parties because like she wakes up and she's up for hours while I'm sleeping, and then she goes to bed early and I'm up for hours while she's sleeping. So we had this idea to do it in the day. We like close the curtains in the living room, make it dark, and like we got pub subs and we watched some horror movies. It was really fun. You can see that here we get a little lighter towards the end. So, but yeah, I've now gotten to the point where I'm going to catch up. I'm going to feel so accomplished when I have all of February done. I just know it. Oof, I didn't mean for that to fall on your head, Yosh. But yeah, and then every day I just keep notes on what I'm going to write about. Yeah, I'm sorry for touching your toes. To be fair to me, you're on my desk, sir. Oh, our little daytime slumber party? Yeah. So that's going to be fun to write about, I think. Yeah. So what I'll probably do for this one is like in this do a triangular, and so like maybe write about the movie in this triangle and then maybe write about our slumber party idea in this triangle. So, but yeah, it's been fun. I'm basically really enjoying the Hobonichi Cousin as a I guess a diary, I would say, is what it kind of is, or like a journal, because it's nice to have all the days. Um, because there's something, what I'm finding is there's something to write about every day, because the more I write about stuff, the more I think of things that I can write about, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does to those of you who've been journaling more regularly for longer. But then also, I really love this week's section for just like deep diving on and nerding out on stuff, you know? So, like I said, I'm gonna do a bonito bowl. I'm gonna talk about all the symbols, but I've also got like a list here to talk about, like, I want to do something on Silent Hill F, and I've got a list of like movies I've watched I want to talk about. I want to talk about the AI stuff that we've been doing, like do a spread about that whole thing. I've talked about it in the individual pages as well. And then all the games I finished this year that I want to talk about, TV shows, books. And then all of these are measurements I'm just going to keep, but they're all the measurements for all the different, like, if they're measurements for like this column. So like, for example, like how I make this, or actually, let me put it over here. Like this sticker covers that first column with the month in it. And then like I have the measurements for this sticker, so I can have a sticker that goes all the way across the top. So that's what all these measurements are. So I'm going to keep them. And I think what I might, and then what I'm going to do here, these I'm going to use as an index. I'm just going to write what's on every single day. So once I've completed a month, I'm going to go back. So February will be the first one that I do. But once I complete a month, I'm going to go back and I'm just going to fill out like like if I was looking for something, if I was like, when did I write about, um, you know, uh, Bailey Sarian and, um, her video about like, what are we going to do, right? Like where was that? I don't remember. Of course, I'm not going to remember off the top of my head what day that she posted that was, right? But like I can go look there and find it and then go to the page and I know what page it is because it's dated, right? Because all the pages are dated. So when I go through this and I think about, there's a part of me that's thinking about like next year what I would do. So like this, a lot of people use this as an index, which is just like, um, it's like 6 months at a time. So you're seeing 6 months at a time. People use this for habit tracking a lot as well. He's like really like, sure. So I don't know what to do with that section. This year I probably won't do anything with it. And then there's the months. So I'm going to use that as my index. And then after you do the months, you get the weeks, which is my deep dives. And then after that, you get the new year. These are also ideas of things to write about in January. So the thing is, because I didn't get this until February, January, I don't have a lot of notes on January because I wasn't even necessarily planning on getting one. So like there's a few days where I know things happened. Like so for example, January 6th, I know I did Rose's birthday sprints. So I printed the thumbnail as a sticker and talked about Rose's birthday sprints. And then like there's books I know when I finished them because of like Goodreads or whatever. So like there's some stuff I've already journaled on the 14th. So like, because that's my brother's birthday. And I had a lot of thoughts about him on his birthday. Um, but like, so there's stuff here. Yeah, your birthday sprints are in here, Rose. Your birthday sprints are in here. Rose's birthday sprinties. And then there's the thumbnail. So, this one I have to work my way up to. Um, so, I have to write about that. I've written about Tiny Cat's death a little bit because there was a Friday the 13th in February, which is Tiny Cat's Day, has always been Tiny Cat's Day. So I did write about Friday the 13th with no black cat for the first time in a long time. And the unfortunate thing about having a Friday the 13th in February is that that means there's a Friday the 13th in March as well. So I'm going to have to deal with that again in a couple days. As you can see, March 13th, Friday. So, you know, but, and then here's my pencil board that I made with some art from an artist on Instagram that I really like. But I want to make another pencil board so I can have one that's like a bookmark, so I can use them as bookmarks and things. So that's on my to-do list as well. Oh, Yoshi. Okay. Yoshi's doing stuff to the mouse. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this is about my sister's, our daytime slumber party, our non-slumber party. And we had so much fun on the non-slumber party. I think we're gonna do another one. So, but now this post-it I no longer need because I've done the full pages for all of this, so I can finally recycle that post-it. All right. And also sometimes the hate journal helps me fill in the regular journal because I can look in the hate. Whoa! Because I can look in the hate journal and see if there's something I was complaining about. Now, I'm not trying to put the same things in both journals, but like sometimes, like there's something that I'm ranting about that I can write in here, that I can write about more like thoughtfully and productively in here. You know what I mean? Because I ranted about it in here. So I keep those two together for that reason. And then I got my little pencil case with my current journaling favorites. And then stickers and stuff. All right, Yoshi, you win. We're going to go, okay, bud? We're going to go. So I think Yoshi would let me be up here forever as long as I was petting him, but he's definitely gotten to the point where he's expressing frustration about the journaling. So I'm going to call it for the evening, but I got 2 pages done, which I'm really happy with. Hi, kitty. You want to try getting on the desk? Kitty, you want to come up, kitty? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This has never happened. Come here, kitty. Come here. Come here. Come get pets. Yeah. Come get pets. Uh-oh. 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 Are we about to have a battle, buds? Are you two gonna beef? Are you gonna breakdance fight? What's the plan? How are you gonna settle this? Yeah, kitty's here. Come on, kitty. You gonna come up? Are you gonna do 2 cats? 2 cats, 1 desk? She's leaving. Kitty says, no, actually, we will not be doing 2 cats, 1 desk. I'm going, and also, I hate your guts. So, all right. Well, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for a little journaling hangout. And I got 2 pages done. Happy about that. 3 pages total for today. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep filling this out until I have all of February done, and then I just know once I have all of February done, I'm gonna feel so inspired. It's gonna carry me through the rest of the year. But after that, once I have February caught up, and I'm kind of more or less keeping up like week by week, I want to focus on those like deep dives, lore spreads, and things like that. So anyway, that's kind of my plan, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to do more journal with me type stuff, just because it's nice to like feel like you're filling out your journals with your friends and everything. So we'll see. And then hopefully soon the cats will be to where I don't need to supervise them at night and we can have Silent Hill come back, but because I think I'm like emotionally ready for it, but now because I watched a horror movie and I was okay with it, so I'm okay with horror again. But now I have the cats that I have to monitor at night, so we'll see. But we will finish Silent Hill F before the end of the year for sure. So thanks so much for joining me, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.